It is so super chilly in my house right now. But let's just get into this video. If we're being honest, a lot of y'all do not know how to do your own hair because I guess you just feel like it's an intimidating task and you just don't even try. I've been there before, not with hair, but with other stuff. Probably with hair too, now that I think about it. But we're gonna go ahead and get into how to actually wash your own hair. This is really for women who, I would say the women who haven't blossomed yet or who are just starting to blossom, whether you're a girl or you're a woman, you're already in womanhood. And it's also for the mothers who have daughters. I don't want y'all daughters to be walking around insecure with low self-esteem because their mother doesn't know how to do their hair, and therefore they won't know how to do their own hair because mom doesn't and no one teaches them. This is also for the little girls who are trying to do their own hair. Maybe your mom just doesn't know. You don't even want to ask mom. You just want to try to figure it out on your own. This is for you as well. So if you feel like you fall into one of those categories, my channel is definitely for you. Yes. And I haven't even done the trim yet. It smells so good. Don't mind me covering my shirt. Oh, my hand's ashy. Oh, oh. First of all, my mics are not even on. My mic system isn't even on. Okay, so don't mind me covering my shirt. This is my get done shirt. I'm cleaning up. Anywho, I'm recording this video after I actually did my hair because y'all probably want to see the results. And I didn't do it. I just washed it, and that's what the video is about. I wanted to show y'all how to wash your hair properly. So what you will need for this service is some shampoo. We're gonna just pretend like this is shampoo. You're gonna need shampoo, conditioner, leave-in conditioner. I use a spray, a leave-in conditioner spray. This one smells so good. I'll link everything below. And you're gonna need some heat protectant. Those are the products that you're gonna need. I would also get a spray bottle with some water in it for when you're blowing out your hair. If you got way more hair than me, you might have to re-wet your hair by the time you get to the last section. So have a spray bottle with water. You're gonna need a regular tooth comb, if you can see that. You're gonna need a shower comb. This is what I use to detangle. It works for me. If you need a detangling comb, go get a detangling comb. But if you don't need one, don't go spend your money on one unless you just want to be the aesthetic girly and get one. You're also gonna need some clips. I don't think I'm missing anything after this. And lastly, I just went to put that up, but you're gonna need a blow dryer. Please have a good enough blow dryer with a comb attachment. I use my comb attachment. I'm using the Tymo blow dryer from TikTok Shop. That blow dryer is the truth. I love it. I know they got different models of it. I don't know about no other model of it. So if it didn't work for you, I don't know. But, and I also have a blow dryer brush. I haven't used that brush in forever. But these are just some tips before we get into the video, because as I was recording stuff, I was thinking about stuff to say. So first I want to say, please wet your hair. Like, hydrate. Drown your hair in water. That's how you're gonna hydrate it. Because I say drown because most of y'all think just because you ran the water on your hair, it's good and ready to go. No. Matter of fact, in the video, my hair probably wasn't even good and ready to go because the shampoo wasn't even sudsing up right. Now, granted, some shampoo doesn't sud up a lot, but I usually can get a good lather from my shampoo. I was rushing through trying to hurry up and get some stuff checked off my list, but my hair is nevertheless clean. Nonetheless clean. Okay, so drench your hair in water. Don't just pour some water on there and think you're ready. No, let it run and massage it in and you know, feel through it for about 2 to 3 minutes. Then my next thing I'm going to say is get to that scalp. Split your hair into sections See that? And get to that scalp. Do it with your, like with this part of your hand right here. Get in there. You hear that? Do you hear that? Get in there and cleanse your scalp. Do I have anything else to say? Because I'm just about to slap these videos together and post it. I don't need to do too much editing. No, there's nothing else left to say. I hope y'all enjoy this. This is definitely, like I said, this is for the girls, the women who are blossoming late. You trying to start taking care of yourself. It's for the women who have kids and you don't want your daughters to be walking around, you know, just not looking kept and groomed. Also, it's for the little, like if you're a teenager watching this or a tween and you don't have anyone around you to help you with your maintenance and your grooming, this is for you, baby girl, baby boy, whoever, because boys have hair too. This is for you. I hope if you have any questions, teen, tween, adult, whoever, if you have any questions, leave them below and I will gladly make another video to go along with this and to answer your questions. Let's get into the video. Now, excuse my hair washing area over here. I gotta get it set up how I want it to be set up. But if you do hair and you call yourself washing hair, please try to get some type of sink set up like that for your clients to sit in. It doesn't have to be this exact one. I'll link this one that I have, and then I'm gonna link the one that I'm about to get because I like that one better. It takes up less space. But let's pick out our shampoos and conditioners that I'm going to be using. Excuse this area right here. It was a snack area because I had this in my kitchen, so I've got to remove all the hair, all the food stuff from it, which is not much. It's just a few little things. But as you can see, I can't really get to the bottom. That's why I'm going to move this stuff up here, but I'm also going to get a smaller sink area where it's just the sink and then a chair, so I can just move the chair in and out of the way as I need to. I'm going to use this shampoo from Garnier Fructis, and I'm going to use a balancing conditioner from Kimra. All right, let's go. Okay, y'all, so don't mind my kitchen area. I was about to clean it up just so it can look like it was just spick and span, but no, this a lived-in house. Anywho, here we go. So you're going to wet your hair like I told you earlier in the video. You need to make sure that hair is drenched, not just a little razzle-dazzle. You need to let your hair sit under that water for a few minutes, probably 2 to 3 minutes, to get it good and hydrated and wet. You're also going to stop the sink up. You're going to see me do it in a few seconds. Stop the sink up to let your ends soak in that water as you're wetting the rest of your hair. I do this all the time just to make sure I'm getting enough hydration inside of my ends, because as we know, that's the oldest part of the hair versus towards the root. That's the newest part of the hair that just came out of your scalp. Now, I am in cosmetology school. I'm just on a little break right now, so I have not took hair washing yet. So if this is not the way you're supposed to do it by the books, don't come in the comments at me. I don't know how it is by the books yet. I'm just doing it how I've learned to do it over the years based off experience and what has been working, and, you know, just gaining new insights as I go. All right, y'all, so I'm just going to show you what I'm doing from here, because I don't want to be talking and then you can't even hear me over the water, and then I have to go back and re-say everything. But like I said, stop the sink up, let your ends soak in that water. If you were at like a shampoo bowl like I have, what I showed you earlier in the video, oh, it's time for a clip. But I would constantly be pouring the water over your hair just to get the hydration in there. But since we're at the sink, just let the water run over your hair for a few minutes, get it good and moist, good and hydrated. I don't know why I want to say moisturized. Okay, so when you're washing your hair, you basically need to make sure you're washing this area right here, your edges, because that's why half of y'all can't grow your edges back, because you're not washing them. They're clumped up with gels and oils, grease, and product, all that stuff. So you make sure you're doing this with your edges, washing your edges, okay? Make sure you're washing the perimeter of your hair, even in the back, at the nape. Make sure you are, scrubbing like this, going up in that direction. Oops. Make sure you are washing your hair. Make sure you are washing your hair properly. Then I want you to go in like this and, get that conditioner. Get that shampoo in that scalp. Use your fingertips. You don't have to scratch. I don't scratch. Use your fingertips like this. Like I'm massaging something. So you do that. I do that in each section of the head. Some people who have an overgrowth, overproduction of sebum, they may have dandruff. So you would just go in, look at each section of the scalp. Massage that cleanser, which is your shampoo. Massage it in. So when it's time to rinse, you'll have a clean scalp. If your hair isn't, if the shampoo you're using isn't sudsy enough, because this one isn't, I use a little Dawn on my hair. Not nobody else's hair. I use a little Dawn on my hair, and if a client comes and says that they use Dawn, cool. But I have special products for what I use on my clients. But I also take a little of the water that I have stocked up in the sink and put it back on my hair, so it can, it can get it all sudsy and soapy and stuff, right? As you can see, not much. And this is like 2-3 scoops of shampoo, 3 handfuls of shampoo, and still not much. But it's definitely clean. I used a little Dawn and I started adding more water. I'm about to go rinse it out, and then I'm going to show you what I do for conditioner. Now, I use the water that was stocked up in the sink to rinse most of the shampoo off, and then I just rinse it with fresh water to make sure there's no residue with this conditioner. Now I'm about to do the conditioner. You can put on a cap and sit under the dryer to just, for a few minutes, about 3 minutes, to just really get in there, but I'm not going to do that. I am going to let it sit though, and it is a balancing conditioner. I'm going to let it sit for about 2 minutes, so really just put it on, put a cap on, then I'm going to go get my blow dryer and stuff ready, and then rinse it back out. And I'm just going to split my hair in sections and put on the product, which is what I usually do, but it worked out good for me this go around. So just section it out, and then there's going to be 2 sections over here. And that's how I'm going to put on my conditioner. This is a balancing conditioner. Oh my goodness, it smells amazing. I start on my ends. And like I said, if your hair is not damp enough, never fear going back and wetting your hands a little bit with some water. Put your product on. Ends. Okay, so I got it on my hair for this side, and I'm just going to go to the next side, and then I'm going to spray it a little bit, spritz it with some water. And I just took out a protective style, so I do have some shedding hair coming out. If your hair not shedding, it's not growing, so don't fear the shedding hair. My hair is growing back around the perimeter from postpartum, so I'm super excited about that because there's been some hairstyles that I haven't been able to try out because, come on now, y'all know why. See how I got it on the ends? Then I just go up to like right here. I don't go all the way to the root. Well, it looked like I did right there. Didn't mean to. See? Get it all on that hair. And as you can see, I'm pulling shedding hair out. That's why I like to detangle before I even start washing, because the product is getting inside of this hair that doesn't even need it. Yeah, see, the product is getting inside your shedding hair, and that hair doesn't even need the product. So, okay. I'm just going to spritz it with some rosemary water. This is homemade. It's actually rosemary and peppermint water. See how it kind of came to life a little bit with that water? And I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes. I said 2 minutes, but I'm about to try to set this stuff up, so that might take about 5 minutes. And I'm in the middle of cleaning, but I said I was going to get these videos out, and that's what I'm doing. So guess what? Y'all gonna have to see a messy kitchen. Not dirty, just messy. Because I've got some cleaning to do. Right? 2 minutes. I hate putting these caps on. I don't hate wearing them, I just hate putting them on. Okay, so I just put my hair in 4 sections so I can detangle it, which I strongly suggest detangling it during the conditioning process before you put that cap on, or before you even start washing your hair, if possible. Now I'm just going to, also please note that when I rinse the conditioner off, I leave my hair a little more on the damp side, because I would rather do as less re-wetting as possible. But yeah, so I'm just putting on some heat protectant and some leave-in conditioner. stuff smells so good. And then I'm just going to go ahead and blow it dry. Okay, so basically these are the results, and I'm going to do the same thing to each section. You can watch us to the end of the video so you don't miss anything. And let me know in the comments if you need clarification on anything when it comes to washing and detangling and blowing your hair out. Like I said, these videos are for people who are blossoming late and just trying to get themselves together. And they're also for parents with daughters and children in general that need their hair done or, you know, trimmed and stuff and maintenance. So yeah, just let me know if you need any clarification. The next video will be on trimming. I don't really want to tell you to go start cutting your hair and trimming your hair because you really need to know what you're doing. So if you can, go to a licensed cosmetologist or someone that's been trimming hair for a while, or just get you a mannequin head and start practicing on that first. So that's it. Keep watching for the results, which would be fresh, clean scalp and some clean hair that is flowy and bouncy before even the trim. And you know when you need a trim, your hair is weighed down. It's bouncy before the trim. Let me know what other videos you want to see, and see you in the next.